Welcome back, everybody. Blind Sample Showdown. We are into round number 2, the quarterfinals, if you will. So, both of you guys do know how this works. You've been on it once before, and you both won. So, I don't need to explain how it works to you guys. But I do want to say I'm going to maybe tighten things up just a little bit. Couple things that came up in the first round. So as far as the proof, if on the specific proof, if you guess the actual proof, we're going to get the point. If you're anything off of the actual proof, the point won't go. If the tie
I wonder
comes
who
up,
brought that up.
well, I don't know who brought it up, but
I'm pretty sure I know who.
Yeah. Anyways, if there is a tie, the age guessing, again, don't tell me while you're doing your guessing, but if there is a tie and we're going to go for the age, I believe in here you can send me a private message. If you look over to the one side of the screen. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So do that. That way there isn't any, I said 7. Okay. Well, I'm going to say 8 or Price is Right kind of stuff going on.
Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All
So I
right.
have one question. What's whiskey again?
That's good. We like that.
I haven't drank it in so long I've almost forgotten. It's okay.
It's a magical brown liquid for cool people.
I'm out.
Okay. So basically, other than that, everything is the same. Run about 15 minutes per sample. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to catch up on the chats. Moderators are dropping links in here. But Bryan, you have some cool, new, interesting news since the last time you were on.
Yeah.
So,
I'm one of the new Bourbon with Friends podcast hosts, so that's kind of interesting and fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And your co-host, the Whiskey Franco, is in the chat. He is also coming up next week. And then your third co-host is Adrian, who was in week, what was she? Week 7. Yeah.
7.
So that should be cool. When do you guys launch your first episode?
We're going to try to launch it, but one before Memorial Day weekend and then on Memorial Day itself.
Okay.
Try.
All right. And for those of you who don't know, Bourbon with Friends is a podcast that has been going for a while. I'm not certain on the amount of times, but it's changed hosts at least twice, right? You're the
Correct.
third sets of hosts? Yeah, okay. So, that's kind of a cool thing because then you kind of don't get burned out on the same hosts talking about the same stuff over and over again. So that's kind of neat. So check them out, Bourbon with Friends. I believe it's on all the platforms plus YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Amazon, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube.
Correct.
All right. We got a bunch of people over here on Instagram. We got Corey with no E. We got
Rob's Garage, big time.
Rob's Garage, big time. Braxton, how you doing? Nolan's over here on Instagram. Marshall, Right to the Face has joined. Thank you, guys. And oh yeah, Bourbon with Friends on OnlyFans as well.
Wait, what?
That's a joke. That's that would be
Martin. I told him it's OnlyPans.
Over on YouTube, we have the usual suspects. We got Smoked by Ash Joe. We got the Whiskey Shaman is in here. Whiskey Franco is in here. Zach was the first comment. We got a Spicy Strawberry. We got Mike the Whiskey Addict. Tater Dom, Seaway Whiskey Wire. Thanks, guys. Sugar Kitty, as usual. Nia is here. My Rum Diaries. Guys, go check her out as well. She just had a massive haul from Venezuela. Is that correct?
From, I believe it was Martinique.
Martinique, okay. And Cooking with Squirrel. The Squirrel's here. Thanks, guys. And Brian is here. All right, cool.
In
So go
two
ahead.
different spots.
You poured them out already. So
Hey, Brian,
Get started.
buddy, are you getting a finish on this at all? I'm thinking I'm a little numb, dude. I have no finish on this almost at all whatsoever.
I think I have a general idea, but that's it. A general, like specific casting and everything else. I don't know.
I mean, today's gonna be rough, guys. I apologize.
And you got some weather happening around you too, don't you, Marshall?
There's a tornado watch right now. Yeah, that's a lovely one.
Well, hopefully everything stays calm for you. So I know everybody asked in the chat. I'm trying to make room for my new Lagavulin Offerman, so I'm killing off the last of my Offerman Guinness cask, which I'm very
Nice.
sad about. So far, has been my favorite one, and the new one is a rum cask finish. So hopefully that one takes a good takes the place of it well. But other than that, what's everybody else drinking in the chat?
Sample number 1.
Oh shit, we were starting with 1. Damn it.
Damn it.
You didn't tell me.
Oh, Will has joined. Hey, Will, how you doing? Whiskey Darn.
Hey, Will.
Ralph's Garage.
It's definitely not a cask rum or rum cast or whatever the fuck this is. It's a whiskey.
Yeah, it's a whiskey.
Sugar Kitty. We might have to conversate a little bit. I would definitely be interested in that. Will is drinking water. Very good. It's a guac cask. Oh boy. We really are going strong on the guacamole. See what you started, Mike? River Roots Hazmat. Nice.
14-year, nice.
Oh, I got the last bit of that cut off. Move this over just a slice. Yeah.
I have no fucking idea.
Well, good. Then I'm doing my job well.
Yeah, dude, this is.
That one's a difficult one.
Squirrels on Water also.
Wait, what squirrels are on water?
Question for you, Germ.
Yes.
I think I know what this may be, but this is a. If it's the bottle I'm thinking it is, this is non-distiller producer.
Don't answer that.
Am I supposed to go when it comes to exact distillery, the distillery that made it?
Yep.
Or the non-distiller producer?
Nope, the distillery that made it. So then the exact bottle would be the NDP.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
I try hard. I try, Nia. I try. You know it. You know it, Martin.
I know, dude. Like the nose doesn't match up to the palate.
Speaking of the nose, this thing is just outrageous. This thing is just awesome. I'm so sad that this bottle's just about gone.
Yeah, I was doing because I had nothing else to do today. I'm doing more into bottle reviews since I've been dwindling the collection down, and
Yeah.
I'm like, let's see. I've got 3 bottles I don't particularly care for. Let's see how I can professionally shit on something. And I did a pretty good job of it.
I'm pretty lucky. I've only had like 3 bottles that I just didn't care for, and only one of them I would consider was bad, like actually bad. I don't consider, even if I don't like it, it's not necessarily a bad whiskey. It's just not my thing. But the one that Basil Hayden's Dark Rye, I think that was just horrible.
That's a horrible no.
And I don't even
That's
think that should be
whiskey.
considered whiskey at this point because they did actually add port wine to it.
Mhm. Dude,
We got Tony in the house, local rye guy. What's up, buddy? Glad you can tune in. The weather is in my favor for you to tune in. That's what's happening.
Huh. That just changed up a little bit.
I know. I like the more that I'm going to it, I keep getting these little hints that make me think of something else specific in the category that it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty certain we both know the category, but it's like where in that evolving door of that category are we at?
Spice it up, Joe. Put some guacamole in the comments.
He doesn't know how to cook. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I have that same situation, except mine lives here. It's not my sister-in-law. It would be Sam, and she doesn't really care. She just drinks it. So that works out. I don't ever have to pour any down the drain. And I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you. Chelsea came in over on Instagram. Hey, Chelsea. And Spicy, save your corks that on empty bottles, because when that happens, you have spares. Yeah, always save the empty bottles corks. She made her first Lost Lantern purchase today, and
I saw that.
First one she went to go open, cork broke. And it's the wood cap comes off of the cork, so it's not like the cork is broken. It's just.
I think I'm done with this one. Because I can't.
Ooh, ouch.
That was a joke, though. That was intended as a joke. Okay.
Ouch.
Give you my smoked meat.
How did I miss that, Marshall? How did I miss you saying that? Where were you?
I think you were already gone. This might have been when I was sitting on the backyard.
Oh man, I'm missing the spicy in comments here. We got Joe talking about not giving you any of his meat. That's sad.
I think I'm fine.
Tony's taking a guess that the first one isn't peated because Marshall's not bitching about it.
It's not peated.
Well, Martin failed on that last week.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, both Martin and John failed on that one last week.
Yeah, that's very true. Yes, all right, I'm going to the next one. I can't do this.
All right, so let me, Marshall. How far are you ready? We'll do guesses.
I've got it written out, but I'm not confident in it in the slightest.
Well, I don't think Brian's confident either. So.
Oh fuck no.
I mean, everything is so muted right now. I'm grasping at straws, man.
Okay, Marshall, perfect. You go first.
All right. I'm gonna go. Fine. I'll go. Generic category. I put single pot still Irish.
SPS. Okay.
I went 43 ABV.
43%.
Yep. 43% ABV. Yep.
ABV. Yeah, you got it. All right.
I went used oak.
Could have just said new or used.
Okay.
I guess what? So specific category would be Irish single pot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irish
I
whiskey.
suppose we have to now specify that because we do have some American single pots.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then specific ABV, I went 86 or 86 proof.
Same with 43 again.
Yeah.
Casking.
I'm gonna stay just straight used oak. I don't detect a finish on it. So
like what kind of barrel? What kind of used barrel?
used American oak, ex bourbon.
I think we fucking almost matched exactly up beside a few things.
Did we?
Yeah.
I can't taste much past.
I have this sneaking suspicion that these are going to be like a lot of them in the first round were pretty close. I have a sneaking suspicion that the second round is going to be a pretty tight, tight points. Keep your age guess to yourself. You got a distillery and bottle in mind?
I put Great Northern Distillers, but I put that it was a Whistler.
Okay,
product.
gotcha.
Yeah. And I was torn because I've written 3 other Irish whiskey brands down and scratched them out and left Whistler. So I'm hoping it's not one of those other ones because I'm going to be pissed if it is.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Brian, give her.
Single malt, right? I did 44.5 ABV. Used. Kind of like Marshall. Irish single malt.
You're going Irish single malt.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm going to do... Now, I had some difficulty on this because I did the 44.5, but there's like a tingle I'm getting slightly.
Tingle in your balls?
Obviously. I haven't dipped them yet. Gonna go 96.
96 proof.
First time used American oak. So one use bourbon barrels, cask, whatever you want to call it.
Got it. And distillery and bottle guess.
2 great questions that I'm not going to have an answer to. So,
all right,
take the guess, man. A guess may be how one of us wins over the other.
That is true.
I mean, just you're on Irish. Just guess a fucking Irish, man. There's only like 5 or 6 major brands that really come over here.
Yeah, but knowing this guy right here, he has fucking everything on earth. So I'm not guessing something that's just.
Comments are good. Let's see.
Maybe like.
Kron has joined. John, Mr. Dinwiddie himself.
Oh, so
Caleb is here. Thanks for tuning in, Caleb. Adrian joined. And Chelsea is watching while driving. So
that sounds dangerous.
That is dedication right there. That's what that is.
Not to drag too much over, but I do want to brag. I was able to get a hold of a limited edition New Orleans Agricole rum whenever I was down there. So Nia, you're definitely going to get a little bit of this stuff here because it is off the wall sideways and wild beyond belief. This stuff here is phenomenal. And Jeremy,
I'm
I've
gonna-
already got you poured some.
I like it.
I'm gonna say it's Bastille.
A what?
Do you guys
What was
know
your-
that? Bastille?
Okay. That's and a bottle.
Mm. God, I don't know. I'll just 1789 Bastille single malt.
Got
That's
it.
a random guess. I doubt that's fucking correct.
All right, move on to 2, guys. And now I gotta catch up on these comments because it's pretty wild in here.
It's interesting tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, we got Spicy's going off on you guys because your ginger comment, which I've been in those shoes once
I remember
before, and
making
I'm not going to go back there. So,
You've been in a ginger?
Never.
well, yes, Sam's actually a ginger. So, but I've been in the making fun of gingers and in the presence of Spicy, and yeah, it's not a good place to be.
Oh, that's unique.
That's phenomenal.
Marshall, this one has a finish on it.
You can smell it in the nose.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna taste it, and it's not gonna be. No, I really hope it's not. I'm gonna feel retarded.
All right.
Since I'm going to give you a little story on that one. The first time I had the Sexton blind, I actually called it a bourbon.
What did you give us?
Oh, buddy, I'm getting scared.
Whiskey.
Oh God, dude.
Um,
Damn it, dude. Whatever that is, it's good, but it's weird.
I think I have an idea of the cask, at least.
Oh, Travis is here. Hey, Travis, thanks for joining.
I don't know.
No, I'm trying to think back to all the bottles I've had, and I'm drawing blanks.
I'm just going back to the casks I've tasted out of. I'm not even going to the bottles right now. Oh. Germ, I hate you. But I love you at the same time. This is awesome.
That is a fair reaction, Brian. Fair reaction. Yep. I will gladly accept that.
You gave me something from fucking South Africa, didn't you? You shiesty son of a gun.
There's something that sits on the back end that just reminded me of vomit.
Not that. No, I don't get that.
I get that in the back end, and I don't know why.
It's not Blackberry Crown.
Wouldn't that be hysterical?
I don't. Is that even whiskey?
Fucking Brian.
I think it is.
It is.
Is it actually whiskey? Okay.
Yeah, it's not good whiskey, but it's whiskey.
Because they can add flavoring like up to 9% up in Canada, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And coloring.
Yeah. Well, coloring, we can do coloring here.
No, you can't.
Well, not in straight, but
correct.
Right.
Blended.
Yeah, you can't put straight on the label and add coloring, but you can add coloring in other things. I went peated for a first round, so I got to go peated again. Who's got the peat recommendations in the chat? Dysentery. Ooh.
It does not taste like dysentery.
Travis, I was contemplating sending 3 different Kilkerrans to Marshall.
I would have
But,
fucking killed you. I would have killed you. I swear to God.
I
You
would
make
have
me
loved
sit
you.
through 3 kill Karens, and we are no longer friends.
all right,
Germ, I'll
both,
send you a bottle of whatever if you would have done that.
Oh, good God.
both great suggestions, Joe and Zach.
Generic.
Kill Omen.
I have no idea where this ABV is.
I
Okay.
think I got a generalized idea.
Randall, did you actually mean Kikkoman like the soy sauce, or did you mean Kill Loman like the Isla?
Martin, no, I'm not doing that. That's expensive.
I heard it was just sourced anyways.
I'm going to stab you when I see you.
I'm Joe. I'm sorry. The Ardmore peated wins. I haven't had it in a long time. That sounds pretty good.
What are you getting, Marshall?
The concerning part is I'm getting a soap note on this, and it's throwing me off. Like that like they watered it down too quick, and that hint of like saponification, I get it in this, and maybe I'm confusing that with a craft note.
I think you're I'm the stuff and things and weird. Because I think I know the casking on this. Well, something on it.
This is the funnest part for me, is watching you guys just squirm and struggle.
So much. This is so unique.
I'm done.
Any country that's selling 30% ABV whiskey is a place I don't want to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb, you are 100% correct. 10th Street is fantastic.
If you're asking me, Brian, I don't.
Who's dysentery? 2 words, dysentery. And who's killing Karen? Well, yeah, the HOA is killing Karen.
I wish.
You know what's weird? In the nose, I get this really pleasant, like dark raspberry chocolate sensation on the nose, but it's not there on the palate at all.
I get it on the back of the palate.
I've heard this before, Squirrel. I've heard that before.
My back palate's not picking it up. I mean, I got to like bury my nose into it to get it, but I'm not getting it on the palate.
I'm getting a lot of different flavors out of this. This is nuts.
Even trying to roll it to the back of my tongue and let it just sit there in the back of the mouth, I'm still not.
Carl Wine Shop joined. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Travis, work is killing us all slowly. I think you might be getting killed a slight bit faster than the rest of us, though. Oh, that'd be a good one too, Joe. Spicy. Oof.
You should hear a lot of excuses. There's a lot of shit going on.
You know what? I like my round 1 samples better so far than I like my round 2, because at least in round 1 I was actually quite a bit more confident in what it is. I'm not confident at all that I'm anywhere close. That's the part. Like what I'm getting on the nose, I can't get on the palate, and that tells me that all this sinus and bullshit that I've been dealing with has got me muted.
Only way in is Aaron, like Aaron Whiskey. That sounds nice. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining.
Right. I've got my stuff written down whenever you're ready, Brian.
Yep. When you guys are ready, we're ready. Ouch.
Yeah, sure.
I'm getting this like weird Sour Patch Kid thing going on the finish that's really kind of going a little sideways.
I know that's what's throwing me off right now.
Yeah, that weird, sweet, like artificial back palate. Like the whiskey's not playing well with the finish, maybe.
No, like Martin's playing with grinder again.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, he put it in the comment.
He did put it in the comments. Yes, actually he did. All right, Brian, you go ahead and go first whenever you're ready, buddy.
I don't want. Oh God. Generic, I'm gonna have to say bourbon. And I don't feel like that's right, but I'm gonna go with it for right now. Generic ABV, I did 59.4. I'm gonna go with new. I'm also going to do a high rye bourbon.
Fuck, you may be right.
I'm going to do 112.2 for specific. I'm going to do new oak finish and Saltern. And then I don't know the distillery. And I'm not going to guess a bottle on this because there's no way in hell. I've never tasted anything like this, so I couldn't really go into specifics on where it's happening. I've tasted Saltern before. I've tasted New Oak. I think it's a high rye bourbon. I think it's close to that ABV. I think the primary ingredients is a bourbon. Or it's bourbon, just a high rye. But we'll see. I could be completely fucking off.
You could be. That would be, very possible. You could be right on. That would also be very possible.
Yep.
All right, Marshall, what do you got? Why are we talking about furries?
All right.
The fuck did just happen?
Dude, I missed a lot here. It was grinder, and now we're talking furries and gimp suits.
No, that's.
I mean,
don't even humor it. Don't even humor it. Leave them assholes in the comments. All right. Well, now that Brian said proof, I know I'm drastically off on proof. I guessed rye whiskey.
You what?
I guessed rye whiskey.
Okay.
I guessed 45%. Generic casking, I went new oak, and then I actually went port cask finish after that.
For specific?
For the specific, yeah. So new oak for generic on the original, and then I went port cask for specific casking. Yeah. Of course, reiterated 90 proof. American rye, I know I'm going to regret this because I know this is not the whiskey, but it's the closest thing I could think of. I guessed that Wollersheim port finished rye that you picked up a while back. It was cool. It was unique. It had a craft note. I'm hoping that it's somewhere along that line, but I don't know. I think I'm low on proof because you said 59, and then I was thinking about the burn on the back palate. And I'm like, even if it's a rye, I think 90 is a little too low for that. So
Again, you and I are both off right now.
Yeah. My only hope is that we're both very off. That way neither one of us comes off looking awful.
All right. Guesses are in, gentlemen.
Okay.
Going into sample number 3.
That's an awfully light color, too. That scares me.
I really hope I did this in order because I poured it out and I don't remember which. So 1 and 3 may be opposite.
Oh. Okay.
Huh.
All right. Here we go.
Oh,
Ooh,
what
candy.
the fuck is that?
I like it. I got ideas.
I don't
He
like
has
that.
ideas.
I know you don't like it, but I do.
Yeah, we're all well aware. It's one of those things.
My apologies.
Hey, Ben, nice
much.
to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Brian, Joe says Martin's just prepping all of his talk for the BF Bourbon with Friends podcast.
That he's not allowed to say half the shit on?
That maybe that's what he's doing. He's getting it all out now, so he doesn't do it.
Yeah, we don't want that to come. I mean, yeah, some is fine. Not all of his fetishes at once. Will scare everybody off.
Oh boy. I'm not sure how I feel about that, squirrel.
Brian F's got a good one in there.
Yes. Yes, he did.
As long as it comes in the right direction, Brian.
Mm-hmm. Marshall, heavy. I better move this over. I don't know why that moved over again. Marshall's heavy on the whiny excuses tonight.
Yep.
That's fair. Pretty girl.
Nope. That just mixed. There was a taco mixed in that. That's not good.
Oh.
There was a taco in there.
Mm-mm.
Some guacamole, probably.
Actually, yeah.
How about them Cubs?
How about them Rockies? Wait, what?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Who'd they play today, Sugar Kitty? Little League team. They won. That's what it did.
Kind of. It's the gurgling noise that comes after.
Yes. The comments make this fun sometimes. Oh boy, nobody was here to remind me that we need to. I didn't have my very sophisticated ticker on the bottom to tell everybody what sample we were on.
3 fuckers. This proof is throwing me off, Marshall. This one is.
Okay, so I can't nail down proof because I believe this is SMWS. and they go specific on proof, and it's always higher than I feel like it is.
I think we're in the same boat with SMWS.
Yeah, I mean it's got so much character of distilleries I've had, but they don't have the finish, and it's like.
Marshall looks perplexed. Yeah. Oh, those are going down way too well.
Damn it, dude. I'm at like an 80-20 where I think it's 80% of me wants to say that there is a finishing cask on this, but I can't tell what it is. Because it's too sweet to just exist in X bourbon. But I don't know what that cask is. And it could be from a distillery I've never had. Because every single time I go to SMWS, it's always a distillery I haven't had. Jeremy, your goddamn poker face is on point, buddy. Like,
I'm proud of you.
You're really good at this, dude.
I've been practicing. All right, next peated suggestion comments. What do we got?
The one that we're drinking? It's a suggestion. You can show the bottle, too.
It's a suggestion. I you know.
Nope. I wrote down a distillery, and I was like, nope, wait a minute. They don't do that. All right, let's see.
Oh, I've had this before.
I feel like I've had this before.
I can do that. Franco.
Damn it! I don't have any of my whiskey in here to look at.
It's not the heavily peated Andalusia, Mark. It is just a cast strength revenant from them. There's that elk again.
Caw-caw! Oh, wrong animal.
I saw something earlier today that was something like scariest bird sounds, or the birds that sound scary, or something like that. That stupid bird with the big shoe bill. Shoe bill is the name of the bird. Mm-hmm. That thing sounds wild, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, it sounds like a Jurassic Park fucking sound effect.
Yeah, it's guttural, and then it claps that big old beak together. See, that's why I like you, Spicy. We got Nia counting down to the reveal. I think we all are, Nia.
I'm getting close.
Milk-shaped macaw.
That's a big fucking macaw.
Actually, Travis, before I thought I thought it was a gun racking when I heard it. There you go.
Brian, ask your plants for help.
They're not in here.
Oh man.
What's up, Mo?
Help awards and printer. I'm actually going to go a little bit higher on this. I thought, fuck.
46.
Maybe. All right, Marshall, this is on you this time.
Yeah, give me just a second. I've got one more thing I want to fill out.
This is the last will and testament. I think you were at the wrong time, Moses.
Yeah. He joined over here on Instagram and then popped over here.
I know, but that's not the right it's not Christmas.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to stick with what I got here because I'm at a loss.
Going with the gut. Going with the gut.
Oh.
What do you got?
I've got single malt for the category.
Okay.
Well, 58.2 on the ABV. Generic casking, I have used oak. And then on the specific casking, I have a Sauternes cask as well.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was originally at Bordeaux, and I was like, no, it's not sweet enough. But Sauternes can complement, whereas Bordeaux overtakes.
Well, it depends on how long it's been aging.
True. I mean, I'm going off of limited Scotch experience. So,
yeah.
Of course, on specific category, I've got Scottish single malt, right? You know, I've got on here for distillery, and I couldn't think of anything else that tastes like this. I have Glenrothless.
Hmm.
And the exact bottle is an SMWS single barrel Glenrothless. And then, of course, specific ABV 116.4. I think that's where I'm going to stop because that's I think as close as I can get it.
Bryan, give it to me.
Scotch, generic.
Hold on. What kind of whiskey generically?
Single malt, sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pretty close to you, Marshall, on this. I did 57.8. I did castings used. You already got that. I think it's a Scotch single malt.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go with 100 and. I'm gonna do 109.5 or 0.4. Specific casting, I'm going to do new or first used barrels with what's the South African oak? Tahine or teak? Starts with a T.
I don't know.
Penelope just came out with it recently.
Takagi?
Takagi. Is it Takagi?
I think it's Takagi or Takagi or something like that, yeah.
Give me a second. I can hear you. Where is it? There it is.
T-O-K.
A-J-I.
A-I-J.
Yep.
Logo in the chat.
Yep.
That's what you're talking about, Takai?
Takai, but a very light finish in that. Not very long because it's very pungent.
Tokai.
And that's like the biggest bullshit answer I can think of for that one.
Okay.
90% think I'm wrong on that. I'm also going to say it's an SMWS bottle. What did Marshall? You said it was.
I guessed Glenn Rothless. SMWS Glenn Rothless was mine, but I was also torn between, Ardmore and one other as well, and I couldn't make up my mind on because there's a smoky sensation on the back end, a very light smoky sensation, but not smoky that I would consider to be a peated grain. I think it's just smoky to me because I'm a little palate blown out, and on top of that, it's
peated.
You think it's peated? I didn't really get peat very much in it.
I'm going to do the dumbest thing I've ever done. I'm going to say Glenmorangie.
Glenmo.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
I doubt. I don't even know if they fucking. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong.
Who freaking knows, dude?
All right.
I can't wait to be wrong. I don't think I have any of these, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm anywhere close.
How bad are we? I guarantee you I was off on all the proofs. I feel.
Yeah. I got to be honest. When I went round one, I felt fairly confident. I don't feel confident in the slightest here at all.
Nope.
Brian, you scored the same amount of points as you did last time. You scored 10.
Fucking hell. All right.
Brian.
Marshall, you scored more points than you did last time.
Well, I scored 8, so it's either 9 or 10.
You scored 12 points.
Oh, shit! Oh, how?
How do you want to reveal them? You want 1, 2, 3, or do you want to mix them up? You want to know what number 2 is first, right?
I just go with it, man. Go 1, 2, 3. I'm curious.
1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Whiskey number 1. You both. Well, Brian, you got single malt. It is a single malt. Marshall, you said single pot still. So Brian got a point for that one. Generic proof. Marshall, you said 43. Brian, you said 44.5. You both got the point for the generic. It actually is 45%, 90 proof.
Oh, okay.
You both said used casking. Absolutely. It is an ex-bourbon, first use ex-bourbon cask.
Okay.
Specific category. Marshall, you said Irish single pot still. Brian, you said Irish single malt. It is actually an American single malt.
Really?
Really? That's American single malt?
We covered the proof. Specific casking. Marshall, you said ex-bourbon. Brian, you said ex-bourbon. That's exactly what it is. Distillery, you said Great Northern, the Irish Great Northern, and a Whistler bottle. And we know that's not it. Brian, I have no idea what that is that you're talking about on that Bastille. I've never heard of it. So I almost said it, but I thought better of it. It is actually the 45th parallel Mackenzie Reserve.
No kidding.
Okay. All right.
This thing, I love this thing. I think this is a fantastic American single malt.
Okay, so the bottle that I have, the Driftless Glen that you said was popped up in mine, and you had to replace it. Did you replace it with that one?
All of those got replaced. So all 3 samples got replaced.
Good.
All right.
Well,
so Marshall, you scored 3 points on that one. Brian, you scored 4 points on that one.
I mean, interesting.
All right. I guess years.
Huh?
If my years catch up, can I get the 12 points?
Well, there's no tie, so we don't need it.
I know.
I guess 6 years. How old is that?
5.
Oh shit! I was close there too. Shit.
That's exactly. I did 4.9 because I wasn't fucking sure.
Okay, sample number 2. Both of you guys had just like a time with this one. I don't know why. You've both had this before, I can assure you. Maybe not this specific batch of it, but you've had it before. Marshall, you said rye whiskey. It is indeed a rye whiskey. Brian, you said bourbon. Generic proof. Marshall, you said 45. Brian, you were really close. You said 59.4. However, you were a little high. It was 55.2. You both said new casking. It is new casking. Marshall, you said rye for specific. Brian, you said high rye bourbon. So you're obviously picking up the rye in it.
Yeah.
Specific. Marshall, you stayed at 45. Brian, you went to 56.1.
Pretty much.
And it is actually 55.2. I think I said that already. Both your specific caskings had a finish on it. One port, one sauternes. There's no finish on this. It is straight rye whiskey.
That's a straight rye that has that sweet of a finish?
Yep. Marshall, you said Wallersheim. And the Curiosity 9, I think, is the one you meant, but didn't matter. It's not it. It is the Willet Family Estate 4-year rye.
Motherfucker!
Okay, I was thinking Willet, but I'm like, no, because Willet has a more dry dill back palate to it.
You said like 4 things while you were going through it. That's like, I've heard you talk specifically about Willet that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he doesn't get this, I don't know what's.
But I don't get that on here.
But I mean, like you said, soapy. You said, you said a couple other things that I've heard you talk specifically about this, label.
Which one? What year is that?
They don't tell you.
Yeah, they do.
Where?
Up on top. Top label.
Like how old is it? Like aged?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4 year though. Family Estate 4 year.
Okay, thank you.
Dude.
Yeah, I thought you meant which year release is it?
No, God, no.
Okay. All right. And
so I did get that one right.
That's crazy, dude, because I don't get that dill sensation off of that one the way that I do. I mean, the sticky notes there.
Yeah.
It depends really on the year. This one got me.
Yeah.
So Marshall, you scored 3 points. Brian, you scored 1 point on that one.
Moving on, we did really well on the last one.
You both did actually very well on the last one. Marshall, you scored 6. Brian, you scored 5. So you guys did pretty good on this one. Single malt is the category. You both guessed. You both got that right. Generic ABV. Marshall, you said 58.2. It is actually, Brian, you said 57.8. It is actually 59.1. And I forgot to do this math because you were shooting numbers at me really quick.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. It was Brian shooting the numbers. So 2 would be 15. Yeah, so you got 6 points on this one as well. So
hey, so I'm at 11 points.
12 to 11. Yep.
Damn, dude.
So you both got the generic ABV on that is at 59.1. You both said used. Yes, it is used. So you each got points for that. Both said Scottish single malt. Both got points for that. Your specific proofs were off, obviously. It is, you said, Marshall, you said 116.4. Brian, you said 109.4. It's at 118.2. Specific casking, you both put a finish on it. It is not finished either.
Really?
Dude,
this is a second fill ex bourbon only.
Oh, second fill.
Exact distillery, you said Glen Roth's or Glen Rose.
Yeah,
you said Glen Morangi. Both of you are wrong, but you did both get the bottles. It is an SMWS. It is a Longborn, 17-year-old Longborn.
I've never even had a Longborn, dude.
I haven't either. Well, no, change that. I have. But is it close with the year? Because I got, if you want to see it, I got 16.
You got 16, yeah, see? But you still didn't try.
The year I put 16 years on that.
That's actually pretty good if you're getting that close. I mean, I would never. I don't think I could ever guess years that closely.
That's all I did. I mean, the last years I had fucked up severely. So the only thing I did was did a whole range of small to old while I was traveling.
So, gentlemen, that was impressive. 12-11. Like I said, I thought it was going to be tight, and it was.
That's the highest points out of everybody so far.
So far, it is. Yep.
And that was the way it was when I did for round one too. For round one, I started with the highest, and then as the weeks went on, they got a little higher.
And Marshall, for not being much of a Scotch drinker, you scored the most points on the Scotch.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch?
You dick.
I don't know what that means. If it's because you don't drink it enough, so you don't recognize it as much, so you can feel pretty confident about going that route. But yeah, definitely cool.
Wow.
So, Marshall, that means you're moving on, going up against either Whiskey Franco or Duckworth.
Dude, here's the deal. If it's me and Duckworth, we're doing it at Andalusia Whiskey Company.
You set that up with them because I don't know how they're going to be.
I've already set it up.
Okay. I didn't know how they'd be about bringing whiskey in, but
it's going to be after they close anyways.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. They close. What do they close at 5?
They close it, I think, 6. So, yeah,
cool.
We're good.
Well, don't get into Moose's Funky Rum before the sampling, otherwise
I make no goddamn guarantees. Okay.
Yeah, excellent job, guys. I was actually shocked that the Willet threw you off that far. I figured that one, you guys would both hit that one pretty easy.
The problem with it is I had all the right notes down the line of it, but this one presented too sweet for my experience in Willet. And I think it's that ever changing profile because they're all small batch to single barrel. And some of them are a little sweeter, some of them are a little drier. And
I think these family estates run about 6 to 8 barrels in the batch. I think that's what they
claim.
Oh wow, yeah, that's small.
Yeah, but that's why they
believe I was off on that.
4 of them a year, 4 or 5 of them a year.
Mm-hmm.
What was the proof on that? It's over 100.
55.2.
Yeah. As soon as Bryan said 59 on that, I was like, I'm too low. It's a rye, but it's higher proof than that.
It tasted different to me. It didn't taste like an original like a Willet does, like a Willet rye does. I have several bottles of it.
Yeah.
This tasted like a very high rye bourbon.
I just finished off the Willet Madeira cask, Willet Black and Cross. Right, I just finished that off like 3 days ago. 3-4 days. Right before I went on my trip, I finished it off. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Like, ugh.
That is the one thing. Like I have 3 of those different Willets up here, different batches of them, and I enjoy all 3 of them because they are different enough to where, like, you can tell you're drinking the same distillery, but it's totally different in each bottle, and that's kind of neat that they can get that out of the same place with the same basic stuff.
Now, as it sat there, along with a smidge of that power of suggestion, I can smell the Willet rye on the back end of that empty Glen.
Yep. Well, I still have some, so.
Well, I've got some of the.
I'm gonna go.
I never finish the samples off because I try to pass the samples off to other people. So I barely drink any of them.
I wanted my body to go numb tonight so I could sleep.
There you go. Well, you should be able to do that. Spicy says there's nothing wrong with using your plants as emotional support.
That is 100% correct.
That's funny.
All right. Well, Marshall, you're moving on. Bryan, sorry, buddy. Your journey is over.
Well, how about this? If someone scores 0 points, can I take their?
You can come back in. If somebody scores 0 points, I don't know. At this point in the game, if somebody scores 0 points, I don't know. But they are going to get harder as we go along.
Dude.
So, and I know that the final one, I'm hand selecting all 3 of those. Those are that's going to be my throw you for a loop whiskeys.
I think we need to have a conversation at some point in time about craft American single malt. I feel like when distilleries are doing their own single malt, this one here, the Foggy Burl, along with a few others, there's a certain set of like notes that I'm getting across the board on those, and I think that would be an interesting discussion one day on one of our channels. Or Bryan, honestly, if you want to talk about that, y'all guys do single malt. So.
Yeah, I think that's something we're going to go over.
Yeah, that's because I'm getting a similar Foggy Burl kind of black pepper foresty kind of sensation off of was it the 45th? Was second
Yeah,
one? I'm
that was the first one. Yep.
getting a similar thing there. And I'm wondering if maybe that's a craft American single malt thing, very similar to how, craft ryes tend to kind of be in a similar vein. And I mean, we all know craft bourbon's just all over the damn map, so you can't pin that down for nothing. So, but yeah, just a thought, a conversation for later.
Whiskey Shaman says we need a losers bracket. I'm not opposed to that, Randall. I'm not.
I'm at the top of the game right now. No one's got
He
more
is.
points and losing than me.
I would have to figure out how to do that, but I'm not opposed to it. Maybe I'll take some thought onto it though. But great yesterday. Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I don't even know that one. But all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Instagram, YouTube. Thank you guys. Marshall, Brian, great job. And yeah, until next week, 5:15, we got Whiskey Franco versus Brandon, the officially Duckworth. That one should be good. And
That was going to be a good one.
And everybody in the chat and the comments, thank you. And we will be on Instagram Live in about 15 minutes or so.
Pretty much.
So hop on over there. And until next week, cheers to this American spirit.
Appreciate it.